doing today? We're getting up and running here. Just doing it now. And what we were gonna do, we have some, like I had said, we have some stuff from the collection, and we'll be doing some sailing today too. Today, I believe later we're gonna be doing some moving, and we'll be doing some sailing with that moving. And because of that, we'll we're thinking we'd do some live streaming of it because some people were intrigued with it last time. So we figured, you know what, maybe we'll do it and see how it goes. Hopefully, you guys hear the background. You should have some background now. I actually put background music on here. So here we got some of my from the vault, my own here. Different ones that we have, singles of that were mine that I had in some places, but you know what? I hadn't used any of them. They've been sitting there for a while. I might as well take them out to see if anybody else needs them. So here are some of those. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take one of these. And I haven't decided which one we're going to put in. We'll do a degen break thing. I was thinking maybe we would do this here. All right, we do this. Then we would do this. Okay. Okay. We do that. And then take out of here. Go to the inventory. Oh, oh, there it is. And then okay. Do that there. Say that. And that there. Okay. That. Go. There. That's what we're going to be doing today. I was thinking that would be a fun one. We do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that. Let's throw that out there. Get it in the books. How's it going, Mahaya, Breton? How y'all doing today? Up in the attic. These are some adding them from my collection to do some of the degen breaks with some. Do that in here. And add that. And go random. You go test. Only 6 spots each, because that's what we like to do. Based. This. No. Oh, that did not work right. Again. That's what I said. Oh, there you go. You do this here. Ah, that'll work. We'll have our stuff in for Final Fantasy coming tomorrow. So if you are looking for that stuff, we will have that tomorrow. And we're going to put in the break. Nope. The name is going in. Right. There you go. Put those in. Hope you're having a good morning, all. I figured we'd do some fun ones for everyone today. And this one is going to go in like so. Got there. There. That should work now. Descriptions are a pain in the butt sometimes. It didn't to do it. And then we're going to go pack. There. Start at. There you go. If anybody wants them, they are there. Will be pinned like so you can see them. Hope you guys are having a good Wednesday here. Yeah, but we'll be doing some sailing later. We're even on seeing what we're doing, plans exactly, where we're going, when we're going. I think we know where we're going. We know where we're going. More of a when are we going? Right? Well, either way, we're hanging out here. How's it going, Grant? Thanks for coming in and hanging out. I do appreciate it. For what we're doing, just hanging out here, having some fun, trying to do some fun things with you guys. See if you want to have any do any pack breaks. Let's do this. And make this go down a little bit so you can zoom in. And you can see a little better. Oh, here we go. That's what you got available there for the Degen. Good morning. Sun's out, guns out. They're always out. Yeah. That's what happens when you're on a boat. You're always warm. So I actually have like a really bad farmer's tan. And you can kind of see it even. I have to take the shirt off every now and again now because I'm starting to get a farmer's tan. Hi, Isaiah. Good morning, Mystic. How's your mornings going, everyone? Hopefully you're having a good one. So yeah, wonder what you guys all up to today. We got a small little break. We've been doing some of our D&D things. Actually, I've been updating some of the project here and stuff like that. Getting that going, showing different ones. So that's kind of where we are right now. We're not doing a ton of stuff. Not like ridiculous that we're doing a ton of different things on a regular basis. So we were waiting until we have our own stuff. We're waiting for coming in with Final Fantasy, and we'll have that coming in soon. But we can't. We'll have that for Friday for you guys. We should have that for Friday for you guys. But we do have some. What are you doing here?
I'm trying to get back.
I didn't know you were right there, and all of a sudden, boom, you're there. Yeah, that's what kind of we're doing right here. Yeah, Friday. Yeah, yeah, Friday. We're gonna have a co-host in the morning. Will's birthday is in the morning, and he asked if he could come on and hang out and co-host with us on Friday. So we'll see what we can do there with that with Final Fantasy out. That'll be fun. We'll have a couple of boxes of three play boosters and one collector. That's the only thing we can get is the one collector there. So I'll get some more play boosters coming in, but the other, and I'll have decks coming in later on in the week for those that want decks. But right now we have some of that. Now with the other one is we can switch them out. And I was thinking of doing different ones. So I was thinking of doing this here, like put out Temple Garden. That'll be one too we can use. Temple Garden, that was one of my holds. How's it going? It's Ethan J. Garcia. How's everybody doing today? Hopefully you're having a good one. We're doing just kind of Degen break with some of the stuff that we got. We'll be sailing a little while later. We're waiting for everybody to get everything together. Then we have to go over and get fuel in a little while. So I end up having to jump off and kind of like let it run in the background for a minute while we go and grab fuel because the show will shut down for a minute while we go grab fuel and come back on. Then we'll finish sailing. We'll go up the ICW today, go check some places out, and see where we can get to. We're gonna do it. I think we're gonna be able to do it most of the way, all the way through up to through to the Chesapeake because the people that we met the other day they have a sail that's actually the same height as ours, and we're gonna do some math at the dock today with my son, do some angles and figure out how tall our boat is, so we don't have to worry about it going through anything. That was some of my fun stuff that I liked doing when I was younger. You could measure where something was, and you knew you were straight and level. So if you were straight and level on one place, then you can measure the height to where you were at another place, and you would be able to know what angle you are based on the height that you can go up to the highest thing point from you. And then since you know the angle, you can actually find the hypotenuse, which will give you the distance or the height of something. So like I'm going to do that with him because he's in some of the math stuff for that. I know you guys probably think that's stupid, but that's what I'm going to be doing with him today. Give them a little math lesson. But we have some fun things here, the DGen stuff. If you'd like to participate, maybe you want something a little different instead. You can check it, but that's what we have right now. Maybe you guys, if you want, we could do different cards, different singles, or we can just kind of hang out here, chat. It's gonna be a slow day today and tomorrow, just due to the nature of the beast with the stuff coming out. Most people are working hard to be able to afford their Final Fantasy pre-releases. We were hoping we'd be somewhere we could get to one, but I don't know if we're going to be able to get to one. Maybe we'll be lucky and be able to find it. You all right? Yeah, but anyways, that's what we're doing today. Just got a little small thing, nothing major. Got some background. You should be able to hear some background music now. Ambient music in the background. Maybe we see. Do I have? It's barely. I'm gonna see if I can. Yeah, you know what? That's fine. I can do that because we're gonna be running today. I can plug stuff in and have it charge. So let's do this. Here is my thing. We're gonna get our background image out. You guys can kind of hang out with us while we're doing this morning, like we were doing the other day. Put the camera up here. Slow one. When it's a slow one, relax. This is what we do. Where's the? There's the camera. Ready? Nope. There. Take that. So. Uh, mm, come down here. Look, you don't get the whole thing. There. There we go. Oh, let's slide that over a little bit. There. It's our beautiful view that we have while we hang out here with all you guys today. Like I said, if you want to jump on something, jump on, hang out. If not, we're just gonna relax until we decide that it's time to go sail. We can go fishing. We have a sheep's head that we're underneath our boat, eating the cleaning stuff that we need to do. So yeah, yeah. What do you you like to go fishing? Yeah. What do you catch when you go and we go out? How's it going, everyone? Bump the camera. That's why I'm facing down. That's why I bumped it. If you're lucky, we'll see some wild horses. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. What do you all think? My wife's been looking forward to those. I think we saw him one night, one day, one morning. She was all excited because you will see him. Yeah, that was yesterday. Just gonna, we'll hang out here for a little while today. Relax. Take a look at some of the singles in the buy now if you want any. I have one of our Degen breakout here. One set if you'd like. I can pin just the individual spots too. Try that if you like. But once we get those sold, we'll run it. Hey, whatnot. How's it going, Joker? You're just kind of hanging out, relaxing, waiting for the day to begin. If you guys want to jump in on our break, we do have a DGen one there. Some stuff from the personal collection. The first one I put out was with one of our counter spells. I know I'd had him before, but I figured we put him out there. One of our Doctor Strange ones. And then I was thinking Friday we'll do one where we have um, maybe that serialized dragon cards that we have and use those. And you get rid of that one there, and then we'll put that in with some Final Fantasy flavors, maybe. Yeah, so if you wanted to grab a few of them, Doubleton, double devolution, I think it is. Anyways, you can, if you have, you see them in the bin. tell me them, I can grab them out and then we can put them together. All right, cool. You got that dublution. Well, anyways, if you just tell me, say you have like five of them in there, you say like, hey, I want to grab these five. I can actually take them all out. I'll put them in like one thing, so it'll be instead of like five different sales, it'll be one package deal. That way you won't have to pay as much for shipping, type of thing. How's it going, Wazer Doodle? Liquid Pain, thanks for coming and hanging out. Yeah, so that's about it. Yeah, how's it going, my friend? How you doing today? We're gonna be sailing today potentially, and I was thinking maybe we'd take you guys along. So, what is in the break? That is easy. I can show you right here. The break is this. We have a Doctor Strange counterspell from Las Vegas last year. All right, and then we have our five Tarkir Dragonstorm. Now this week we'll do some different ones later when we get our Final Fantasy stuff in, but right now that's what we were doing there. So if you'd like, but it is listed also in the break thing there. It does say it all. If you click on the description of it, it'll actually give you the description of the break and all that stuff. So like I'll pin this and you should be able to see what it is and then go and find those spots if you're looking at it. Good morning. Yeah, I know. Get some doing something a little different. Throw some ambient music on in the background and have some fun with you guys. Oh, we got a little bit of a rock. Ah, they're going out. Yep. So there, get that. Put that back together and have that in the background. Thoughtseize. Okay. Let's get those out. Thoughtseize. Fatal pushes. Sink to stupor. Give me a second. Thoughtseize. Okay. Fatal push. Right. Yeah, you can do that. Give me a second here. Get all those together for you. Thoughtseize. Grab the fatal push. Yeah, not a problem. It's actually it helps me out too because it's one of those things that I don't have to pay as many different fees for things. Both fatal pushes. All right. There's one is double masters and one is from they're from different sets. You do know that, right? I just want to be sure. Okay. All right. Fatal push. Sneak into stupor. Sink into stupid. Harbinger of the sea. At that point. Yes, I just like to mention that because sometimes people are weird where they want the same things. Harbinger of the seas. There you go. I think I only had one Harbinger of the Seas. So. Yeah, that's all I got. There's one Harbinger of the Seas. Oh, yeah. All right. That makes sense. That makes sense. So, all right. So we got, let me get all those together and we'll find them here in the buy now for you. Give me a second. Hold anything up. Go with, let's do that way. There we go. Back. Go to. Nope. Dot C's. All right. That would be this. Calculator. All right. And we have right after Fatal. Push. Both of those. That's 3. All right. Then we have Sink into Stupa. Sink into Stupor. We're going to go adjust that down. All right. That. And then Harbinger of the Seas. Deactivate that one too. And that. No crap, what did I just do? All right. So for all of those, there you go. I'll show you. Let me switch over. I'll throw it on here for you. What I like generally do is I'll put it under your name in the buy now. That way, you can go and see it and just like it'll just literally be under your name. But anyways, there they are. You have your Harbinger of the Sea, your Sink into Stupor, your Fatal Push, both of those, and your Thoughtseize right there for you. All right, I'll write your name on those, get them all together, and I'll put them under your name. All right, in the buy now. And it'll be $20 for all those, which will be the shipping will be like the what will be like for one pack type thing. Let's see what it is here a second. Well, it's not too much. Five singles on screen. 5 singles. Green slash requested bundle. All right, one of those 20. Here you go. And there you are, my friend. I did select the category. Oh. There you go. You should literally be able to go and search your name. And what you'll get is these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards that you requested. And I will write your name on the back of those too. And we'll go back to the background that we had up here for those that like to see that. There you go, Devolution. Alrighty. Get you in a bag here. Get all your stuff together. Now, get all our stuff together here. And we have, yeah, not a bad, that was a good chunk of pack of cards there. Yep, yep, that's you. I see it under your name. If you go under the sold category, you should be able to see it sold, and I believe it shows your name even in there when you're looking at the whatnot. You should be able to click on it and see that, I think. And I'm pretty sure it always shows your name too. Yeah, it should say your name and then 5 singles requested bundle type thing, and it should say your name on it. But yeah, you're good. Yeah, yeah, I just named it your name so that you can go and look and find it easy in the buy now type thing. That makes sense? Not a problem, buddy. Thank you for coming in and hanging out and jumping on some singles. It's always nice to get some things that people need that we've been hanging on to and like, you know what, I'm not going to use all those. Might as well clean out and have you guys grab some. All we're doing is kind of hanging out a little bit quietly while we wait for what we're doing today. We have to get fuel. We can't get it any earlier than 8 a.m. anyways. So yeah, but at least we can hang out for a bit here while we're waiting for everybody, waiting for what we're doing. Hope you guys like the little bit of background music with the there while we hang out. Maybe we'll be lucky and see some dolphins or the horses, the wild horses that are over there. Hey, Wazel scene. How's it going, everyone? Hopefully you're having a good morning here on Wednesday. We're just relaxing a bit, waiting for the day to start. We'll do some sailing today, so when we do that, I was thinking we'll take you along. We'll throw up, bring my laptop up. I'll plug it in, and I'll let it sit up top there, so I can see everybody, and I'll plug in the 360 so you can kind of see what's going on all around us, and I can switch views and things. So I don't think it allows a 360 camera to work when you're doing this. This a fishing trip? No, I live on a boat, my friend. Party foul. I live on a 40-foot catamaran with my family, and we travel around the east coast of the U.S. and Caribbean and Bahamas. We do our D&D games, our Kickstarter stuff that we have, which is pretty fun. We got a good, cool Kickstarter game that we got going on. It's the first Founder season, so if anyone wants to participate in that, you can definitely check it out. Yeah, it is pretty cool. And we open packs of cards. So, like for instance, right now we have going here for those that may want to, like people on whatnot, like to do some breaks. And one of the things we have is a break here. It's called Degen Break. You're either going to get the single or you're going to get one of the packs. And that's what we have set up with whatnot while we hang out with you guys. I do some development for my projects while I'm hanging out here with all of you, and we just kind of go about our day. I'm going to be sailing later today, actually. So later today I'll be sailing and moving the boat, and I was thinking of bringing everyone along, and maybe we can do keep the degen going and just see if anybody jumps in. They jump in, they do. They don't, they don't. Yep, yep. That's why it's a little confusing every now and again. People get this like, wait a minute, why are you looking? Why? Where's the water? What's going on here? And I do actually a lot of fishing. My family were generations actually commercial fishermen. So before I went to college and did my stuff and learned everything I did, which was had nothing to do with computer development or anything, any development or anything, which is interesting. But anyways, pre-med major. That's what I was. When you go and do that, I was the first one to go to college. I was like a male in the family, so um, I had to get back on the water though. It's one of those things. It's in your blood, I guess. Yeah, we used to have a 24-foot center console that we would use and sail. We'd go take it out about 50 miles and do some fishing out there in the Gulf. But that's the furthest we've ever gone. Actually, probably only like 40 miles. I think we only got before. And then we have this. We've gone from St. Thomas up here. Thalassophobia. Oh, not being able to see. Is that like not being able to see land, or is that the open water thing? I'll have to look that up specifically. I have an idea what you're talking about, but let me copy that and take a quick look. Listen, get the internet right here. What am I saying? I gotta look at that. Look it up right now. Ah, large bodies of water. Yep. 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 That's what I thought it was. Hey, well, then you'd like the Bahamas and some of the Caribbean places because it can be like 60 feet deep and you can still see the bottom. Like, I remember one of the stories, one of the guys was like, yeah, you got to be careful when you dive your anchor here because, like I dive down, check the anchor, make sure it's set right. And when I was dove down to do it one time, we were in the BVI and he goes, I dove down and I got down to the anchor and I'm like, oh, all right, it's set. And I look up, I go, oh shit. And he goes, yeah, that's a lot deeper than I thought. I got up to the top and the guy that was in the boat next to me was standing on his bow and he looks over and he goes, did you just dive on your anchor? And the guy goes, yeah, dude, yeah, it's really deep down there. He's like, it's like almost 50 feet, right? He's like, yeah, yeah, when I got to the bottom, I figured that out. Yeah, see, I used to be a lifeguard, so I was taught, I was trained. My family been on the water for generations and stuff like that, so I'm kind of used to it. You might see dolphins if you're lucky. We've had a few of them around. That is one of the fun things, though. We've had some good videos of dolphins chasing our going in front of the boat when we were coming from the Bahamas and stuff. So if you want to, my wife does Bigger Boat Adventure on YouTube. She does stuff there. If you want to check that out, like the family sailing around and everything. Yeah, yep, I understand that. It's you can't see the bottom, so you're worried about what you don't like what's down there. You think Loch Ness is gonna come out and bite your toes. My dad always told me, make sure you swim with a bathing suit on, because the snapping turtles will think it's a worm. That's how he tried to scare me growing up. It didn't work so well. They did swim with a bathing suit on though. I want to make sure my worm was always protected. We have a bunch of singles in there, guys. You can go check out. We got a little bit of a break too. You guys can check it. It says what it is there. It is very cool. Really? In the local reservoir? Interesting. So they'll like suck you down, huh? So yeah, no, yeah, the ocean is fascinating. We've been on it for years. I mean, my family were, like I said, commercial fishermen. I mean, I've been in, pretty much, and I've been on lobster boats. My brother-in-law's a lobsterman. Hey, how's it going, Demodar? How's it going, my friend? How you been? How's everything going, everyone? How's your, how's your day going? It is close. It's North Carolina. We are in, and we're going to be heading out up the ICW, we thinking today. Go to another location. Mom's going to talk to a couple of the people that we met yesterday. We became kind of friendly with, so they were heading up kind of the same time frame, same way as us. So we figured we might as well go kind of group together since they got some kids and their kids were getting along playing and everything. So figured might as well. And they were nice people. Some both from actually kind of our area. One from Mass area, another one. Well, the other one's from another country. So one's from our area, one's from another country. And then we got the other ones. I don't know what they're going to be doing because I don't know if they can make it up the ICW with their mast height. They might be a little too tall, they said. We're lucky we're right there. You where are you? I can't remember where you are, Deminar. I have to look at your address again. Are you, is that where you are in that area? Because I mean, when on the way where we're going, we can always I would, like I've been saying before, we can be intriguing to see if there's anyone around to meet up with, like any local players that I could meet and play some cards with, that type of thing. Or go to your local store, your local your LGS, and maybe even if we're there for right time of year, I mean right time like a pre-release or something like that. So that's one of those things like I thought, it'd be pretty fun that way since I'm traveling around. Be nice to be able to do. You should be able to see what's in the break if you go and look at it. All the spots are listed, what they could be, all your things, your packs and stuff like that. So yeah, alrighty. Yeah, how's your, but anyways, we got some of our Kickstarter stuff there. I don't know if that's intriguing with you, Demeter. I know you like to do in the D&D stuff, so maybe would be something you'd be interested in. I know I have you guys set up on the on Discord a little bit, so we'll get some of that going, and I can talk to you guys and see what you guys are liking about maybe some of the game and adjust some of the things. And do some testing, see how it works every now and again. So I think what I'm going to want to do here is in the near future test some of the chat stuff and see how that would work. Okay, Michael, we may have time to eat. I don't know. What we do is we wait for. We actually are on Whatnot. What we do is I have a break that we're going on Whatnot. We're waiting. It's just going to be a slow, probably day or two. That's why I have kind of the background on. We do, but we're waiting for our Final Fantasy. We'll be in on Friday, but we'll open some packs here. We do Whatnot as a station that we kind of a live stream we're gonna do on, and people go buy packs, jumping on breaks, things like that. So like one that we have set up right now. There's a break here. There's a break here. So we have these. You could either get yourself like the counter spell or one of the Tarkir Dragonstorm packs. And that's kind of what we have set up for a break there. If you like it, you can jump in on it. Like I said, Whatnot's available there if you want to check it out. You need to get that single or the pack. But that's kind of how we have that set up. And then you can, for the break or anything like that, or anything that you want to do, and afterwards we just kind of hang out here until somebody either jumps in. Sometimes we chat. Sometimes we do different things. Sometimes we do like D&D games. Like I actually started a Kickstarter because there was a couple of people, a good chunk of people that were intrigued in it. So I put a little effort into that and got that running. And to do that, so it's a lot of different things we do, Michael. We're a jack of all trades. And we also do some development for our kind of game system we built. I have not actually thought of that. So here, I'm kind of never done it that with that, but we kind of were doing it and we built up I actually made this stuff here. Let's see if we can get it showing for you. Mm-hmm. There we go. All right, so I actually built and added a whole system, and the reason why I built it like this is because I had done stuff live streaming like this for a while, and I hadn't really done D&D things, and I was a developer, so I build things when I kind of something to work the way I want it to. So what I had done here, this is some cool stuff actually. So ready? Here we go. Pretty much built an entire game unknowingly. Um, here. So for instance, we have something that will throw dice for us. We have, so I have stuff that will throw dice for us. I have a player display window. See? And also, we have my window that allows me to make and do things. So the kind of cool stuff here is, let's take a look at it. Ready? You can go, and I'm going to put on dice. We'll have our dice thrower go. We'll have like our player window. So that's our player window. And then what you'll see is we'll work on this. We're working on it so that eventually you're going to have, say, I'll put in a character. We'll select them. They're going to be fighting this thing. And they are just having a. And then we go show in player window. And it does that. It goes and shows everything in there so you can see what's going on. Or see who was there. But then, now what we have is, the cool part is we have our combat system, which you can select your player, who you're going and you're attacking and stuff like that. And it will actually generate dice for you and throw them all to allow you to do things. So it'll throw your dice, everything will pop up on screen for us, and kind of go through and do it that way. Now, I've been working on it for a little while, made a few updates, but that's kind of how it works. I have it automatically set, and pretty much it does all the game, everything for us. Now, I have to remove that image because I put that there. Player display needs to go. But yeah, it's a cool kind of project. It's pretty much you get to be a GM. It'll roll dice all on screen for you. So for instance, so this is the cool part here. So you can be like, I need to roll these. And there you go. It rolls the dice on screen because that's what's going on for the combat, the weapon that's chosen, that type of thing. And what'll happen is you'll have the leaderboard and you'll have your, maybe you'll have one of the enemies that'll pop up. The enemy pops up to attack, and then it'll have the information about them on there so that you know what you're doing to attack them. Or maybe it comes up with some of you guys as the characters with a character yourself and your information and stats next to it. And that's the whole point of it. That's actually one of our characters, Aladar. Alador is a friend of ours, comes and plays. Beer Legos, yeah, those hurt when you step on them. Yeah, those hurt when you step on those, party foul. So yeah, you have all these things will pop up on screen. You'll play the game and roll through it, and we get to play a D&D game here where you get to participate wherever we are. Pretty much, I could be in the middle of the ocean doing this, and we'll be doing a game, or we can be playing a game. Hey, that's all right. Beer mixes with a lot of things, but not everything. I mean, you can do beer battered fish. Ooh, oh no, that's no good. Well, luckily you didn't. My son's got a bunch of the Star Wars Legos that we built with them, and we got the lights that we put in. Those are pretty cool when you set the lights into them, they light up. That's pretty sweet, actually. I've never seen those until recently, like a year or two ago. I was like, those are the coolest things ever. Like, I wish I had that when I was a kid for like a nightlight, or like line my apartment with them so that's like you can see everything in the dark when you're just wandering by because they're all like LEDs. Yes, that would have been horrible. Yeah, that definitely would have been horrible. Nice. You'll have to send a picture. We like having those. We do actually on Whatnot. There's a lot of people that do Legos there too. They sell special parts and pieces like the little one, like little figures that are hard to find and pieces that are hard to find. So there's actually a whole Lego group. There's a nice guy, Robert, that does some cool things there. So it's worth checking out if you ever were looking for special pieces that you had like hard to find, like you know, pieces. Oh, nice. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, it's all right. That's pretty sweet though. I like that. I used to do things. Yeah, I don't have the time to do that anymore, being on the boat and sailing. So, yep, goblet, goblet. That makes sense. Yeah, I've actually yes. Do you guys do some because I thought about doing it. I have a whole like Fallout campaign that I built, so that's what we were going to be doing. We have the founders this season, so like them. Yeah, see if I can throw that on here. There you go. Let me see if that should. So there you go. Captcha. There you go. You can see there's the Kickstarter stuff there. So those of you that are interested in it, we have the founders season. You can become part of this IRPG as we sail around, as you can see here. Now, the cool part about this is going to be a persistent world eventually. That's what I'm putting it into being. 12 foot, 12 inches by 18 long. That's a big one. That's big. Nice. Those that like it, maybe you want to be like you have talking characters, or maybe you want to voice your own character, like one of our friends here, Oblivion. Yeah, so like even things like that you can do. Take over, be your own character. That's why I built my own system. It allows you to do stuff like that. When you do like Tabletop Simulator and all those other ones, it doesn't really let you do any of that stuff. Like this is not exactly the same thing as tabletop. It's a little different. It's more of a virtualized one actually is really what it is. Instead of having to have the things there, it builds it everything and it kind of puts it all together and you have your own characters. So yeah, I mean, you can see what we do. We have live streams that we do on a regular basis. You can even check them out. We've done some of them. And the goal is to eventually have it, if we can, a persistent thing that runs on a server somewhere, and you guys can participate it whenever you want through chat and things. But yeah, that's our founder season there for those of you that would be interested in that type of stuff. Yeah, I know. Now, intriguingly, it's not an official. We're not doing a board game. This is a flat out. Yeah, this is more of a no. I have actually been having it built in. I've actually been building chatbot to go with it so that people can use it during chat. So the goal was party file is up. Well, while I'm doing the live stream and we're doing our like live where somebody's in participating in the regular D&D stuff that we would do like a kind of like a game there. We have that and the people that are doing it live, chatting, participating on like their like the characters are doing on screen here. Well, even if you're not on screen, you can still be participating in the world in the background through chat. So I actually have the chatbot set up where you'd be like submitting a command and still playing in the world, participating in the world, adventuring in the world, but you may not be having it directly on screen. It'll be more like a text-based game in chat while you're doing that. And that's why I was building it the way I had it. Interesting. Yeah. Webhook and TT. Interesting. And let it run in the background. I don't know. That's interesting on that one. That's not a bad idea. I'm gonna put that one in notes here. That's not a bad idea. Let me check that one out. That's actually not a bad idea here. Not a bad idea. Interesting. I didn't think about that one. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. You get a summary, like, yeah, that's actually not bad. I'll have to take a look at that. See about doing that. Add that in the notes. I'll take a look into that one. Because that's actually a really good idea thinking about it. Do that. Yeah, it's interesting. It's not a bad idea, actually. Yeah, because I can set it and I'll have to look into that party file. Then I can roll on there and then people can literally do it on from that place too. So they would be able to connect to it through the webhook and be able to run the game with all the visualizations and everything right from there. That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea at all, actually. I'm gonna have to, yeah, that's a good idea. Thank you. I'm gonna check that one out. And that's the thing too, is that's one of the community ideas here. One of the things, the whole thing is I can build things pretty well. I used to do development for everywhere from government to banks to lawyers. So I've dealt with lots of things developing stuff. This is fun stuff kind of I've been able to do finally. Now this stuff I can build, and if you guys have like, oh, let's try it this way or that way, I can always try those things. That's why that's why it's like the founder season is you guys are helping with some of it and getting like it's a community run thing. It's like I might be making it, but it's the ideas are from the community. Yeah, see, I used to yeah, I use a lot. It's more not as much coding. It's a lot of Python, JSON database, like SQLite database, things like that. I mean, also I do have to pull in and get APIs set up. So I guess that is some coding. So I configure APIs and things like that. So I do have some actually. Nice. All right. Well, yeah, for me, luckily, I had remembered enough of it that I was always dangerous. And I never really forget those things. So I'm able to bring it back. And some of the new, some of the new programs that I have, like with Copilot, I can like, hey, how do you do this? Like and I can remember that I used to, but I'm not exactly how. And it'll be like, oh, this is how you do it. I'm like, oh, perfect. And I can pop it in and do it that way because that's like how things I remember. Or is there a new way to do this type of thing? And I'll learn about it and quickly update. So it's kind of cool. Yeah, I built a bunch of different things for make pretty much just stuff to make my life easier. Then slowly I've been releasing in things to the public, not even thinking about it. Like one of the things I'm gonna have to do here is we'll have to go soon to the next location when I pick stuff up. We'll have to do a new setup of what we have. I like it. Yeah, see I used to do syntax. That was always a pain in the butt. I always have those issues. But luckily some of the things now will check and find that so like that's what I mean, like the technology is nice in that aspect. But no, I just I mean I had worked where I used to have to update and code every now and again and scripts to for banks, NASDAQ, stuff like that. And I did it for insurance companies. And it's just now I left the insurance company stuff about a year ago and started doing things myself, playing the games here and then doing this by myself in the background. And it's been kind of fun to play with it. Yeah, oh yeah, I know. When I first started, I actually learned on C when I was in high school. There was a coding class, and I started with C. And they talked about basic, and they talked about bits and everything like that. And I know it all the way down to what bit would make what thing and everything like that, the on and off and everything. And I used to remember all that. Like you said, I forgot more than I know now. Ah, nice. Yeah, yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I know. It's like you don't even remember that stuff anymore. It's just you did so much of it in the past. It's like you moved on to other things, and your brain just can't function that way anymore. You'd have to like take a few days to go back there. I used to be able to between recovering things, being able to like make like just short little scripts for people to automate some stuff that would make their life easier. Like even those things back in the day, I like doing something like that, like a bash shell, a bash script, even like making that for say I can do that and automate that for you. Like seriously? Oh my God. Yeah, it's just like you're doing the same thing over and over again. Why just hit this button from now on, double click on that. When you can change it to a double click thing. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. But I mean, it's just that was working smarter, not harder to me. The single up for grabs is here. Let's show it to you. We have this right here up for grabs. We have Counterspell, Doctor Strange from Las Vegas, last one. And we have our Tarkir. Those are the three that are up there. Flip the table. Yep. Yep. I'm 40 now, so I've been doing it since I was mid 20s. So yeah, we're doing it for a while. Now I sail around on a boat. I think it's like it was like $100. I think is what it is, somewhere around there. I have one more of them if people are interested, by the way. But yeah, that is the single that is up there. Yeah, we'll have those. I actually, my stuff's coming in tomorrow for that. So that's nice is it's coming tomorrow for me. Yeah, I'll get those tomorrow or Friday. I'll pick that up. And we'll have that to do some Final Fantasy with. I only have one collector box. The place that I got them from didn't get a lot themselves. So I was only able to get one out of like the 12 that I ordered. And I did get I got three play boosters coming in, and I have some more I'm gonna have come in next week. Ooh, that's a decent one. Kefka's Tower. That's a nice one. That would be a good. What did they did he get all of his so he got all of his pre-orders in? Nice. I'm gonna put back our image so everybody sees the background. Background back up. Okay. Um, I'll be done here then, and then we'll plan to go over and get fuel and stuff, and then I can start this back up again a little later. Alrighty. That's probably what's gonna do with us. Yeah, you gotta be good to family, right? Yeah. You gotta be good to family. You always gotta be good to your family. Ooh, that's a good, yeah. Well, yeah, and when you trade when you get some good ones like that, you gotta treat people right back and forth, you know? It's the character thing. You have the character. Yeah, I was gonna say you have the right character. You got to hook, and not all the time. It's one of those things I try to tell my kids. You can't help every single day. You can't help everything all the time, all day long. But when you can help sometimes, yeah, that's what I thought you meant is one ring. When you can help sometimes and give some assistance, or help in some way, shape, or form. It could be family, it could be friend, it could be a homeless person on the side of the road. It doesn't matter how often it is. Do it when you can. And that's all that matters is people can do that a little bit more frequently, even if it's not every single day, all the time. If it's more when you can, it'll be helpful to everyone because everybody kind of gets more of what they want versus one person hoarding stuff in a way, you know? Exactly. It's like that was useful to him at the time. So it's like, you know what? I'll get this back at some point. He'll trade me something else that I need and it'll go back. And when you have that relationship, it's more of it's an equitable thing like people talk about versus, because you're actually working together to get something. You're not actually one person trying to dominate in a way. Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah, he gets, yeah, he gets a big hit with those ones. Oh, yep, yep. Hey, damn you. I don't want to see you anymore, but now I need you back. We need to have pod nights. Oh, that's even even better. Wait a minute. So he's dating the manager. You got some. He must have some perks there. Got some backroom specials. I'm sorry. That was completely wrong of me. I should not have said that. Hey, this is the great minds thing, right? I'm actually gonna have to look into your webhook though. That's I actually didn't think about using that with Tabletop Simulator because that would be able to get it out there for people to try a bit more. It'd be like attached that way you can see it. See, one of the things like I've been actually working on another thing for decks. I built one to manage your inventory and updates it with like Scryfall data and stuff like that. And the cool thing about it is I was building it so that you can build decks with it. And what it will do is it'll take the deck that you build and you have download MTG Forge. You'll select the location of where its AI part is, and it'll allow it to go through and test the deck however many times you want against whatever other deck that you want it to test against. And that way you can go and do that. Yeah, that would actually be a really good beta test for it. Yeah. I'm at kind of like the alpha stage now, so once I get to that, I would try. That's definitely worth doing. I mean, I have a lot of the things working and connected. I just got to get the rest of it going. But I think if we could do the webhooks, I might be able to get it running a little quicker. Cool, did work. Nice, interesting. Live streams and put it all on stream. Your chat could be part of open beta. Yeah, interesting. I like that. I'm gonna have to take a look into that. I'm actually putting on adding your stuff to the notes because I like what you're saying. It's a very good idea. Well, I like talking to people in the community because, like, I have ideas. I know what I can do with certain ideas, but I don't know everything. I don't have all the ideas. You know, that's why it's one of those things. I have grown up with. Oh, nice, sweet. Well, sadly for me, though, we have to go. We're gonna have some breakfast and that to get over, sail the boat around later. So while we do that, what we're gonna do though right here is we're just gonna kind of pretty much just shut down. We'll see you guys later. We'll be back in here in a little while. We're not gonna be too long, but we'll come back on this afternoon, probably lunchtime, maybe a little bit before then after we do some things. We'll see how it goes. But we appreciate you guys all coming. And what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say goodbye. Thank you all for coming. We'll see you guys later on YouTube, Twitch, X. If you guys want, like, subscribe. We'll be around regularly because we can live stream whenever we're on the boat here in the Intercoastal. We'll be sailing around. So let's hang out a bit, have some fun, and we'll talk later today then. All right, everyone. We'll see you guys later. Hey, Party Foul, thanks for coming and hanging out. That was good talking to you. Make sure you subscribe and check out the show notes there. Just look FoSGamers, YouTube, and stuff like that. It'll give you links to Linktree so you can get to the Discord server if you're interested in that. So, and your Kickstarter, like I was showing you there before, also. So if you want to check any of those out, go check them all out there, and we can talk a little bit more because you got some good ideas. Maybe we can talk a little bit more about what we can do here and make this a pretty fun thing. And we'll get going on here again a little bit later today. We'll see you guys later.